Good morning, campers. Let's do Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine check-in today for my specific collectives of the feminines. So we're going to start from the feminine. I have 3 decks. We're going to do your energy, then we're going to do check-in with your masculine. I am sensing for this collective, they're showing me purple fire, which is a bit bizarre. And I'm just noticing that I'm looking a little like pale and worn out and like I'm sick, but I'm not. I actually feel pretty good. So maybe you recently have been feeling like a little worn out, a little tired, a little under the weather, a little like not yourself. I just heard maybe detail for some of you, maybe like you looked in a mirror and it's like, is this me? Is this a different person? Shift. But they've been showing me this purple fire, right? Whatever that means. But I feel something is being cleansed. They've been showing it around your throat chakra. So it's like you're purifying something. It's like maybe in the past you would communicate your truth in a very imbalanced way. You could be a bit aggressive, a bit reactive, a bit dramatic, a bit over over emotional, and that's something that you're working on, right? That's something that you're trying to purify, to cleanse, to get to the bottom of this. Why is it that I'm doing this? So let's dive right in. How is the feminine feeling in this connection? And if all that will resonate, then it means it's your collective and you can stay for the part of the masculine. We have abundance, which is a beautiful opening card. So maybe you've been trying to focus on your abundance. There it is, anger. I think this is something that you're working on, this collective. So maybe you find yourself that in the past, as you wanted to express your truth, but you were in a place of pain, you were in a place of confusion, you would do this in a bit of an aggressive way, that you were a little bit reactive. And it's something that you're consciously working on right now, to just come down, to just balance. There's a way... it's coming to my mind, this saying, like some people think that it doesn't matter, the delivery system doesn't matter as long as you're truthful and you're expressing what you think. And it's this moment when you realize it's not necessarily the case. It actually, how we express ourselves, it really matters. The delivery system matters. One more for your first row. Flow. So overall, it's very nice. It's abundance, it's flow. You're trying to go with the flow. You're trying to focus on self. You're trying to focus on creating your abundance, on your life, on the good things in your life. I'm hearing as well. We have this anger, this purple eye, this it's something that you're trying to work on. Maybe that purple fire has a meaning to you. Maybe that's a sign that will be shown to you as some sort of a confirmation that that's your reading. We have reflection. So you would be doing self-reflection work. You would be doing mirror work. Maybe you realize, this collective, that everything that is external is just trying to show us the part of our psyche that we're rejecting and we're refusing to heal, right? So every external trigger, maybe you're trying to analyze every situation that happens in your life. Few more. We have rejection, and that's on top of that anger. So I feel like it's a thing for this collective. So maybe whenever in the past you would feel rejected, you would feel like there's a roadblock, you would react with aggressiveness, react with anger, you would like set yourself on fire, literally, a bit dramatic, a bit things are not going the way I want them to go, so I get angry, and you're trying to work through that. One more. Balance. That's really nice. That's on top of that flow. So it's nice. It's energy of self-work, right? So your first column, it's abundance and self-reflection. You're focusing on self. You know that everything starts within. You're trying to analyze every situation, your every reaction. Your key shadow focus would be that anger. You would be that fact that you can ignite a little bit, that you can have a sharp whip, that you can sometimes respond to people in like a bit of a coming from a place, maybe maybe it's always aggressiveness. It's always a defensive response, right? But it's like you're finding balance. You're really trying to understand what balance means, right? You're really trying to go with the flow. You're really trying to, I'm hearing, listen to what universe is trying to show you. Listen to your guides are trying to tell you. We have space at the bottom of the deck, which is nice. You're looking for space to heal. Space to heal. You're taking your time, you're taking your space, which is nice. All right. Beautiful. Very nice. Self-aware. Progress. Let's see what's going on. Let's take some oracles and then we're going to tap into your energy in tarot. What's going on in this collective's life? What's going on? What's going on? We have mend. I want to fix our connection. This is the feminine energy. I think that maybe that being your first card, right? We know that in the end, the journey of divines is separation needs to happen. For deep healing to happen, we need to embark on a separate journey. So we need to embark on our own quest. This is part of the journey. Why? Because the healing is very, very, very deep. And that kind of healing, when you heal this lifetime, when you heal previous lifetimes, when you heal the patterns, it really requires space. It really requires to embark on this journey of solitude. There are things in life that we need to do on our own. It's just the way it is, right? But right now, I feel like this collective, you are starting to understand that through self-work, this is how you can mend this relationship, right? I feel like as much as it costs you right now to understand, because you would still be in your chaser energy, we'll see what energy comes out, but that's generally my feeling for this collective. So you would have urges to act, to do things, right? You're still in balance, you're still in your masculine, but it's like you're getting into, I'm hearing that you're getting into understanding that the only way you could mend this relationship is through self-work, is through healing, is through becoming a better person. Maybe you also have some memories with your person that you actually lashed out, that you actually acted with that aggressiveness when you felt rejected, when you felt that block, you reacted with aggressiveness. What else? So your first row. There it is. I said it. You're still in your chaser energy. So it takes a very long time. I know feminines, especially in the beginnings of first years of the journey, you know, you don't like to hear that, but it really, why it takes years, because you need to completely reset. And I always say this, your mind, your heart, your entire existence, it's like this supercomputer that needs to go for a restart, reset, and reprogramming. You have to remove the matrix program. You have to remove everything that you've been taught since childhood, heal all the traumas, remove all the layers, strip all the shadows, integrate all the, heal and integrate all the parts of your psyche. It takes time. It's hard work. It cannot be done in months or a year. So you are still in your chaser energy. You still want this relationship. You would still be in that place that you would do things, right? And that longing, that chaser. But it's nice because it's like now I feel this collective, you understand. I'm hearing you understand that it's through self-work. That's how you can mend. That's your part of the job. Which is true and which is beautiful that now you understand it. We have conflict. So maybe you have been facing some conflict in your life right now. I want to do two more. Clashing differences. I'm not feeling that this is actually with your person. I'm just feeling like conflict in general. One or two flipped. Holding back. You know what I'm actually hearing? I'm hearing two things with that. It's a nice energy because you would be in some reflection. You would be entering this place, runner, which is interesting. We have a chaser and a runner in the same releasing. I'm hearing two things. This is your first row, right? So again, you understand that you need to do self-work in order to return to this person. Yes, you are still in your chaser energy, but you want to mend this relationship. It is right now your motivation, but you now understand that you have to do some self-work, that you have to address your issues, that you have to focus on your shadows. There has been some conflicts in your life. I'm hearing two things with that, like I said. One thing is that there are some conflicts that because your current shadow, right, that you're focusing on, as we mentioned, is reactiveness, is aggressiveness. If when something is not going the way you want to, if people are not doing things the way you feel they should be doing them, if people are not understanding things that you already understand, you would react with aggressiveness. You would fire up, right? You would have that anger within, and it would come from a good place, right? It's also that kind of situation when someone is doing something that you know they're going to burn, they're going to hurt themselves, so you're just yelling at them, but it's not how we're supposed to do things. And it's now you're realizing that this reactiveness, this aggressiveness, it comes from a place of wounding. So I feel like you are now in this space, you're actually avoiding conflict. Whatever happens in your life, whatever conflict comes your way, you're trying to address this differently. You're trying to hold back. You're trying to, I feel this collective, to be honest, with this runner, I feel this is your energy, and it came to my mind, and I always say this, that in a divine love, runner and chaser, this is just an illusion. Go and watch, if you want more information, go and watch the pinned video that I have, how to know someone is not your twin. I think it's the one, how to facilitate healing. And it's going to, how to facilitate healing on a twin flame journey. It's going to be point number 1 when I explain how this is just an illusion, because this is how we see things in 3D, in the physical world, right? We're chasing, they're running. But in reality, the reason that it's like that is because in 5D, we're running. We are running from self. We are running from our mission. We are running from our shadows. We are running from our authentic self. And I feel this collective, you've been made aware that you have some issues with aggressiveness, with reactiveness, and it's now on your board, right? I don't know why I saw someone and that whiteboard. So maybe you use whiteboard, maybe you have like a on your fridge, like your current shadow or your current plan or whatever that is. Maybe you're someone who likes visualizations. I just saw like that it's currently on your whiteboard, aggressiveness, reactiveness. It's something that you're now dealing with, right? So you think that by avoiding conflict, leaving the room, not reacting, holding back, it's what you're supposed to do. But you're actually avoiding how you should approach the situation, because you shouldn't avoid the conflict. You should just address it in a very balanced way, right? And I always say this, whenever we break through, whether it's from a good thing or a bad thing, right? So when we, for example, when divine feminine, when for the first time, the feminine on a journey, for the first time, we start putting in boundaries. We're stop chasing. We're stop being people pleaser. We stop over giving, right? For the first time, we put in a boundary. We do it with flame. We have to enter this, it's like we were people pleaser, low self-esteem, and now we rise into this dark feminine, and suddenly we put in a boundary with everyone, right? It has to go that way. It's like the dog that got out of the leash, it's running, but then it will return to gain balance, right? And it's same situation with, like, you've realized that you're aggressive, you've realized it comes from a place of shadow, and now you're holding back. You're not saying anything. You're not reacting. You're closing off, right? It's the first response. But it has to happen. But you're actually running away. What needs to happen is to come back and learn to address conflict in a very mature way, in a very diplomatic way, from a place of peace. But in order to be able to do that, We have to have that place within. So it's something that's still, you're still working on. Let's do another row. What else is going on? Let's confirm. That would be your main energy. We have conversation and we have gossip. And with that conflict, you might have had some point of contact with your masculine. It may be a detail for some of you. I'm not feeling that very strongly. You may have had some point of contact. You may have, want a conversation, or you may have spoken to him. Maybe you even, if again, that's a detail. That's not going to be a thing for the entire collective. It just came to my mind that some of you maybe actually said that. I know I want to do better. I know I have to change as well. But I feel with this conflict, gossip, conversation, I feel again, it's more that divine is putting you in situations to actually help you to work on that shadow, to balance it out, right? So maybe you're witnessing a lot of situations that in the past would ignite you, a lot of conflicts, a lot of gossips, a lot of conversations about other people that in the past you would just like really fire up, and now you're just holding back. Let's do a few more, and then we're gonna tap properly into tarot. We have shadow side. That's beautiful. You are working on your shadow. Maybe you're consciously doing some shadow work. Maybe you started doing shadow work, working with a shadow worker. We have depths, which is beautiful as well. I feel like you're now in this moment of, in the past, you would get ignited, right? You would get aggressive. You would engage. Too many. I don't want to take that. Runner. One more for that runner. What you're running away from. And now you have that completely opposite, right? So before we balance the coin, we flip it to the other side. Remember what I said to you? Time. So I feel you need time. You need time. Healing needs time. Every shadow needs time. It's fine. You're still, you're still confusing. We have conflicted at the bottom of the deck and new beginnings. I feel you're still confused. You're still a little conflicted. You're still... When it comes to this journey, they're showing me like a toddler, right? You're a toddler going towards an older child. What's after toddler? What's between toddler and teenager? Well, anywhere, toddler, right? But you're ending that phase. You're entering a new beginning. You're starting to be more conscious. It's a little bit less chaos for you on this journey. Now you have to focus on you. Now you have to do more conscious work. You've been activated to shadow work. Yes, you're holding back. You're not yet ready to confront certain things with balance, but you are going to the depths of that thing, right? So you're holding back. It's like you're holding back in 3D, in the physical world. You're not taking action, but everything that happens, every conversation, every gossip, every conflict, every shadow that is being activated, you take it to heart and you analyze, you go deeper. What does this mean? Why am I triggered? Why am I feeling this aggression? What shadow has this activated? Where does this shadow coming from? It's just like this rabbit hole. Going deeper, going deeper, going deeper, which is nice. There are some things that you are still running away from. There's some things that you're running away from. I feel things that you need more time, but you're being guided to do. So whether that's maybe more conscious shadow work, more... starting some sort of a spiritual practice, accepting, they're showing me like you're really in front of another level of this journey as a divine feminine, right? So the first stage is just madness. It's just madness. You don't know what's going on. You go in and out. You're in chaos. You're in pain. And then next stage is when you're really aware. Yes, you will still be in pain. Yes, you will still be going in and out. Yes, it will still be chaos. But there's this awareness awakening within you. Awareness that there are things within you that you need to heal, that you need to mend, shadows that you need to work on, right? That you need to be a little bit more conscious about everything that is around you. It's this realization that the external world happens when we ignore parts of our psyche, what I mentioned in the beginning. So I think that you're being called, we're going to tap into tarot now, your proper energy, proper emotion. But I think you're being called to dive a little deeper into what this journey really is. Because right now you've been in that masculine physical matrix, right? And you're being introduced now to something deeper, to shadow side, to spirituality, to spiritual side of that journey. And I feel you still need a little bit time. You're still like running away, but you're getting there. But you're getting there, which is nice. All right. All right, let's do tarot. Feminine energy. What's currently going on with your energy? And then we're going to switch to your masculine. Make sure all those parts resonate. And then we're going to do... Whoop. Don't know how to shuffle. Then we're going to do masculine. Feminine. How is the feminine feeling? What's going on with the feminine? Whoop, whoop. We have 9 of coins in reverse. We have Page of Cups in reverse as well. We have 7 of Cups. Challenging energy. Let me do 2 more. Oh, nice. We have the Empress, but she's in reverse. And we have Knight of Swords in reverse. This is your current energy. The Fool at the bottom of the deck, and we had New Beginning in the other deck as well. You are standing in front of a door and passing through some tests, and when the time is right, when you will be ready, that door will be open. That door for... It's really when the journey starts. It's really when the true conscious journey, and what this journey is about. Self-love, spiritual awakening. This is where it truly starts for the feminine. This is where the madness of the madness, the madness will not end, right? It's not like it will still be chaotic. It will still be painful, but it's like a conscious effort will now be taken. So with that 9 of coins in reverse, I feel, and we confirmed that in the first deck in your energies, you would be focusing on self, right? You would be focusing on self. You would be focusing on your self-worth. You would be coming into realization that many things in your life that you thought that you had, I think you fought this collective. This is why it's so beautiful on this journey, right? 90% of people are dormant and not self-aware. And 90% of people, if you would ask them, they would tell you, oh yeah, I know myself. Oh yeah, I love myself. Nonsense, right? We don't even know what we don't know. If we knew, we knew, right? It's like your entire life, you actually saw yourself as someone who's strong, as someone who's confident, and someone who is independent. And you're realizing that not. You're realizing that you're not. 9 of coins, it's also, when it's not in reverse, but it just came to my mind for a reason, it's also like this single parent energy. So maybe a detail for some of you, maybe you are a single parent, maybe you were raised by a single parent, so it's an energy that is around you. Maybe that's the reason that you thought that you were very confident, that you were very, self-secure, that you're surrounded by strong women, you yourself is a strong woman. But you're coming into realization how many wounds from childhood you have never addressed. You're coming into realization that it's not really strength. It's an armor, defensive armor that comes from a place of shadow. I'm hearing as well broken dreams. So maybe you're thinking about moments in your life when you were more reckless. I'm here, but in a good sense, like more free and courageous in your dreaming and in wishing for things and wanting things, and feeling like I'm hearing the world is your oyster. That's what I just heard. So maybe that's something that you would think in the past, and now you're realizing that all this strength, it was just your armor to to tell yourself that world is not about, you know, making dreams come true, because yours did not come true, and now you're realizing that the world really is your oyster, but you have to start from self-work. It's not making much sense to me, but this is what I'm channeling. This is what they're saying. You're still sitting in your insecurity, right? You're still a little bit blocked. You're still not fully connected to your body. I'm hearing also that should be something that you should work on, to free your body, to connect to your body more. That's something very feminine. That's something that a divine feminine should be. It's like the security in your body, truly connecting to your body, right? I think you're reflecting. I think you're really, it's this, with this Knight of Swords in reverse as well. You're reflecting how you thought that you were courageous, that you were bold, that you would express yourself, that you would express your truths, and now you're realizing through this journey, through that your biggest mirror, right, your counterpart, you would realize how this was just an armor, like a little girl lost in a fog. I'm hearing. Something did not go well in your childhood, and you thought that it created strength, but in reality it created armor. Let's do one more row. We have King of Cups, which is nice. You're balancing your emotions, definitely. You would be focused on balancing your emotions. Hierophant. But with this Hierophant, what I'm hearing, I'll tell you in a moment. Hold on. Let me just pull 3 more. We have Knight of Coins. It came like a bit in reverse, but 2 of Swords, Crossroads. Yeah. Hold on. All right. We have Hanged Man at the end. Judgment at the bottom of the deck. You're standing in front of the door. You're standing in front of a big ascension. They're still wanting you to focus on certain things. It's like, what road you're gonna take? That road is still unclear. You're still a little bit hazy. You're still a little bit unsure. Where do I want to go? I see like this dedication. This collective, you would also really want to tap into your emotions, understand your emotions. There's something also around you being the overgiver, you giving too much, not knowing the boundary, not really being able to recognize amongst many people who is worth and who is not worth your energy. Maybe maybe they're trying to show you that if someone is not worth your energy, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad person, right? But they're just not operating on your frequency. This is how it doesn't matter. We shouldn't release that thinking. Is it a good person? Is it a bad person? Is it my twin? Is it my soul? Labels off. The only thing you need to know about the other person is they're reciprocating your energy. If they're pouring back to your cup, if not, you move away. That's the base of self-love. That's what they're trying to show you. You are a little bit blocked. You are a little bit in that moment of pause, in that moment of review, right? Because you're reviewing that shadow. That might be one of your biggest shadows, one of your biggest blocks. You realizing that it's not, like I said, the aggressiveness, it's not strength, it's armor, right? It's a shadow. It's like that, like it dropped and you finally realized that, right? Now you know. But one more thing for the feminine that I was hearing before we move to the energy of your masculine is that I'm hearing you don't know the path, but you want to walk the path, right? You are on a crossroad. They are preparing you to open that door, but you don't know what's behind it. But now you know you want to walk that path. You want to cross through that door, which is beautiful. You've something happened that you've gained that confidence, right? That it's like, now I want to do this. I want to be on that journey. It's really going to do good things for me, right? It's like this moment of, but what I wanted to say is that with that Page of Cups in reverse, that the Hierophant, there's something about that programmed mind, that's something about your childhood, the way it's like you really, truly, completely, everyone on this journey, you will need to reset your mind. But there is something specific when it comes to your upbringing, I'm hearing as well, like maybe religion, maybe something related strictly to your culture, to something very specific, very strict to your culture, that is still blocking you, that it's really linked to that shadow, that's causing that low self-esteem, that lack of confidence, that you thought that you were strong, but you're really just wearing an armor. Some sort of a program that you need to remove in that upgrade and in that reset. Okay, it's not going to the next program that we're going to be uploading now. All right, beautiful. Let's do your masculine. If all those parts resonated, I'm going to keep repeating that. If all those parts resonated, maybe without little details, but overall, if this is what's going on with you, let's see what's going on with your beautiful masculine. Fear at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Let's see his emotion. Whoop. Okay, that's too many. No, I don't want to take that. It didn't want to. If it wants to come out, it will come out again. All right, we have cleanse, which is nice. Opening card. He is going through some sort of a, both of you. So you would, it's like, I always say this, many stages of this journey, we are mirroring, we are going through the same emotion, but with different examples in a different way. It starts from the thing that we operate in 5D, they operate in 3D, but also we go through different life experiences, right? But we're addressing the same core thing in the same time, right? That's how we also help each other. We have caution. So he is removing something. He is being very, obviously, he's being very cautious about it. He's proceeding with caution. That would be that fear that we saw. We have anger, confirmation. You match made in heaven. You have the same shadow. So your masculine would struggle with that too. Would struggle with that, would struggle sometimes with that aggressiveness too. So that there is something I'm hearing that activate that shadow in him right now. They work on an autopilot, right? They're not walk the path consciously as we walk it. So this collective where you are as a feminine, you have to accept that this masculine is in full denial. Full denial. He's not going to accept the fact that this is a journey of conscious work, of self. No point even saying this to him. Full denial right now, right? But they operate in 3D. That's why I always say this. We are a teamwork. We do the work together. It's just that we do it consciously, very aware, 5D kind of connected way. And they work through physical blockages, through physical karma, through physical patterns. So maybe there is some sort of a karmic pattern that right now has been activated within him, that normally he would react with aggressiveness. And now he's trying to cleanse that energy a little bit. He's trying to proceed with more caution. I don't think it's like on a conscious level like you, right? I now know that my aggression is part of my armor. I want to remove that. But he would be more like, every time I'm aggressive, it just ends up being worse. So maybe I just need to like pass, right? Cleanse this. Let's do 3 more. Damn it. All right, we have growth, which is very beautiful. Very beautiful. On this level of the journey, to see growth, very nice. Again, it's going to be subconscious. It's like he's starting to think, there are certain things that I could do better. We have isolation, so he would be now hermiting. He would be now realizing that it's this moment, I always say this, right? It's this moment, you know, you enter separation and the feminine is devastated and it's so hard. It becomes so difficult, but it has to happen. It actually means that the healing work starts. It's actually a good thing. It's actually a good thing. I think that caution is as well... Again, he's not going to be in a conscious place of, oh, I need to go into hermit mode and isolation to work on myself and on my growth. No, I think he's actually right now in this moment when something, Look, this is the energy that you share. Reflection, block, and anger. So you are reflecting, that's confirmation. You are reflecting and you're both working on that. You react with aggressiveness whenever things are not going your way. It's my way or hit the highway, right? So you're making now a conscious effort. You're realizing that. You know it's your shadow. You're calling it a shadow. You're going to start working on it. For him, it's on a very subconscious level. So what I'm hearing is that maybe something karmic, whether a person, karmic connection, karmic pattern, activated that within him, right? And he was like, no, I'm not going to enter your drama. I'm not going to be engaged with this. Like, something has to change. Leave me alone. Let me be. Yes, he's reacting more with this kind of energy, not with like conscious healing, but with I don't want that. I don't want to deal with your BS, with your nonsense, right? Let me be. Leave me alone. So it's not like it's a conscious, but it's a progress. It's progress. It's growth. Something is cleansing. Something is brewing. It's nice. All right. Let's see what's going on in his life. And then we're going to connect to tarot. I'm not really good with time. I don't like making 7 parts. But I was hoping to do like, what do you need to focus on too? But we'll see. Let's see. Let me maybe do 5 so it's a bit quicker as I shuffle. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. His first row. All right. All right. So we have his first card. You ain't gonna like it. It's escape. He is right now in his avoiding. He is escaping. There are things that overwhelm him, that was too much, and the masculine reacts in the same way, right? They run away from everything. It's like, it's that last drop that it's too much, right? The glass is already full. It's too much. I cannot take this. Leave me alone. Let me be. He is escaping. He's not facing with courage those challenges, but you aren't either. This is how you mirror. See? This is how you mirror. It's fine. Take your time. We all need to take our time, be patient with ourselves. You're not yet ready to face that conflict that you're avoiding. Remember from the previous part that you're avoiding in a balanced and mature way. There needs to be growth, but this is a beautiful example how I always say that the runner chaser nonsense is just an illusion in a 3D, because in reality you are escaping to address certain things directly because you're not yet ready. You haven't built the strength yet, and in consequence he's escaping too from you, from things in his 3D life. We have third party, which is a confirmation. There is some sort of a karmic energy brewing around this masculine. Yes, for the first time he's like saying enough with this nonsense. I don't want to deal with this. He's not yet close to be able to handle this in a mature way. He needs his time. That's the card that you both share. You need your time. Whatever is it that you're working on now, whatever is it that you're addressing now, whatever shadow, it's a teamwork. I always say this. We work together. Whether you want to accept it or not, we always work together. As a team, as divines, we're connected through red threads. Whatever work you do, us feminists, we lead the way. Whatever self-work you do, you will help him. You will transfer this energy to him, right? Yes, he's going to receive that in an unconscious way. Yes, he's not going to be aware. Yes, he's wearing a veil of avoidance, but it will help him to go through his challenges and his towers and his karmic experiences. So you both share this energy. You both need time, right? There are certain things that he's starting to understand, right? Not on a level as deep as you, not on a conscious level, but it's more like, it's coming to my mind, it's a bit ugly, I don't want to say that, but it's a little bit like when you train an animal, right? It's like you get once and twice and 3 times and finally you understand, right? So he got literally like slapped a couple of times by that karmic situation, and now it's not like this awareness, it's not like this really self-work. Do you know what I'm trying to say here? It's just like finally it's like enough is enough. But it's not like he's completely cutting himself out of this karmic. He is just escaping, just like you're now holding back and avoiding conflicts because you're not yet ready to face them properly. He is just escaping. He's going into isolation. He's not saying to that karmic, listen, stop treating me like that, I don't want this behavior, da 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 da. He's just removing himself from this situation with that understanding. But we also have values, so maybe it's being brought to his attention that certain values need reevaluation, I'm hearing, in his life. Some things are being shown to him that he's understanding better. We have reflection. Hold on, 2 more. All right. Heavy energy, to be honest. We have reflection, so that's confirmation of that reflection, right? You are reflecting each other, but he's also reflecting on certain things, right? He is escaping. He is reflecting on that, but not in a way. He sees it as a good thing, I'm hearing, right? So he doesn't yet realize that escaping situations and not facing them, it's not solving anything. But it's a new pattern. It's a different pattern. It's a pattern change. He no longer submits to the manipulation and drama of that karmic, whether that's a person or a situation. I'm hearing for some of you, it might be for some masculines, it might be work related as well. I'm hearing like work kind of conflict. So he's now removing himself from the situation and completely ignoring it, going into hermit, going into isolation, and he sees it as a good thing, right? And you beautifully see how it's a reflection of how you are currently acting, but you also see that you have to go through this phase. We cannot fix certain things from one day to another, right? We have broken, which is heavy energy, and we have overwhelmed. That's on top of that third party and that time, right? So it's like there is a lot of blockages in his life, things that are stopping him from living his authentic self. It's just everything that third party represents. I always say that it's a blockage. Not it can be person, it can be karmic person, karmic situation, karmic pattern, karmic addiction, some sort of a vicious cycle that he needs to break. But right now he's too overwhelmed, he's too broken by that, he doesn't have the energy. All he wants to do is escape. He needs more time. We also have damage, and we also have curse, which is again heavy energy. Overwhelmed, broken, damaged. It's like he feels his life is a mess. It's just a mess. And with the curse, I would say that this masculine is like thinking that it's just not like maybe the curse, right? They don't believe these things with their logical 3D mind, but like bad luck. It's like he thinks spying. So he would be spying on you. Keeping tabs, they always do. And they think we don't know. Sometimes we don't know, but the moment comes that we know what we know. It's one of the few things that we know, right? I always say this, the divine feminine, when it comes to your masculine, squat, right? That's why we shouldn't read for ourselves if you're a reader. That's why we shouldn't try to, figure things out on our own. It's off-limit energy. But we know they're watching us. We can feel that. But with that curse, I think he just thinks that he's like just this wave of bad luck. Things are just not going. He's not understanding that it's just karma. It's just tower moments, lessons he needs to go through. He can choose to change this through self-work, through reflection. He's far away from understanding that. Doomed. This is what I'm hearing. It's a word that I don't think I've ever used, but that's what I heard. He thinks he's just doomed. All right, let's do tarot. How is our beautiful masculine feeling? What's going on in his life? And maybe we will have time to do some. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see. How is our masculine feeling? 10 of Coins. I've heard family immediately. So maybe he is struggling with some family issues. 8 of Cups. That's nice. Certain things in his family that he's starting to understand. Really nice. We have no, sorry. It's in reverse. We have Temperance in reverse. I was happy I saw Temperance, but we have Waxing Moon, 1 to 2 weeks, shifting consciousness, final steps, gaining strength. And one more. King of Coins in reverse. This is his energy. Because you are mirroring, right? Remember I said you're standing in front of that door, right? There's some situations that they want you to stop avoiding, to really try to face, not by holding back, not by just, I'm not going to do anything, not to screw it up, but try to address them in a balanced way. I feel for both of you, the next 2 weeks will be important. It's just a shift, right? So something will be brought to his attention to clear a little bit karma around that, and for you, if you pass the test, that door will be open to really start walking this journey in a more conscious way. There's something related to his family that I'm hearing family money as well. So maybe detail for some of you, maybe your masculine has like a family business and works with people with his family, or has some sort of a financial money related ties with family. Discords I'm hearing. Something that he knows he needs to walk away. Dependencies I just heard as well. So maybe some debts that he needs to pay, maybe some conversations that he needs to have, like, no, I don't want a family business, whatever it is. Again, it's a collective. My mind is going around those kind of things. So there's something that he knows he needs to walk away from, that it's not serving him. It's not something that he wants in his life. It's an energy that needs to be removed. He feels that, but he's a little bit imbalanced. It's like he doesn't want to take that action. He feels overwhelmed, that he doesn't feel like he's up for it right now, right? There's a little bit of a lack of true self-esteem, yes, but he wouldn't understand this. It would manifest, sometimes when we have lack of self-esteem, it manifests externally in many, many, many things and many behaviors and many reactions. I feel he's being quite stubborn with this. It's just a stubbornness. So if, again, I always say this, if we are connected, it's Judgment in reverse. If you want to help him out, if you struggle with stubbornness, don't be stubborn. Try to be as open-minded now as you can. Don't be stubborn. It has to be my way. I feel you both share this energy. It has to be done my way. It has to be my way or hit the highway. So try to fight with that a little bit. Don't be stubborn. Don't be a little possessive, I'm hearing as well here. So maybe there's some sort of a family conflict over money, over family business, over some family money, whatever that is. Again, it's a collective. And he's being called to be more diplomatic, to be more win-win kind of situation, whereas he's still in this stubbornness, in this it needs to be done the way I want it. It's like I am right in the situation. And willing to learn karmic lesson. Yeah. There's a really important lesson right here, that he's just being stubborn. High Priestess in reverse. He's not seeing a bigger picture. I just heard petty. Because he's disconnected, because he's stuck in this physical matrix world. He's not seeing bigger picture. He's not seeing the world of true value, of what this life is truly about, learning lessons, right? Oh, our little masculine. Help him out. Don't be stubborn. Be diplomatic. Be mindful. Life is not about always being right and winning, right? We win when we gain peace. It's as simple as that. The biggest win in life, the biggest success is to live a life of peace. It's not about being right. That's a thing for this collective. We have Ace of Swords. That is nice. Clarity, change of mindset. There's something, it's like maybe something will happen that will get him out of this situation. We have Page of Swords in reverse. I want one more. A different way to communicate, I'm hearing. So maybe Six of Wands. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Four of Coins. Oof. There is a bit of a materialistic approach here, right? So there's a test in front of him. He's going through some issues. Like I said, I don't want to repeat myself. Watch the previous part. Something related to money, something related to family, something he's being stubborn, he's really being in his 3D matrix mind, disconnected, not wanting to learn this lesson. But I think something's going to happen that he will realize what I just said, that life is not about winning, it's about peace. Maybe it will put him in such an amount. It's like he's holding this stubbornness is this masculine shadow, but something will happen that he will be like, you know what, F this, I want peace. I want peace. Now, it's a win-win situation here. It's a sort of that's what I'm hearing. He's going to come out of this somehow successfully because he's going to gain a little bit peace. He's going to get a little closure, I'm hearing, right? But I don't think he will exactly learn the lesson. You know, like when we have a lesson and you think that we've learned this lesson, but we really passed the test, but we didn't learn the lesson completely. So if the lesson was to appear in a different setting, because that's how they test us, we would perhaps fail it. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's going to be a little breakthrough. There's going to be a different mindset. Overall, he's going to come out of this successful, right? Is going to give him that sense of peace, that sense of confidence, that sense of, it's like he's, for the first time, he's going to be like, I'm not going to be stubborn here. I want peace. Peace out, brothers. I don't want this conflict, even if it's a loss for me. But he will come out of this the other way, and the way he will feel, it's like, you know what, I thought I was losing, but I actually think I showed that I was a bigger person. I was a bigger person here, and it ended up, I feel successful in this. I feel like he will reach a point that he will understand that he's done the right thing, but I'm not necessarily sure he will fully learn that lesson, so it wouldn't have to repeat in future. Okay, we have some time, so let's quickly do what's coming for your connection. What is it that you, feminine, need to focus on? Chaser. Focus on that chasing. I don't know what I did to push you away. Was it something I did? Was it something I said? You told me you loved me and you've never felt this way before. Then why did you leave? You have to stop energetically chasing. Listen to that phrase again. You have to stop blaming yourself. Every time he would disappear, he would ghost, we blame ourselves. What did I do? What did I say? Maybe I said something to offend him. Maybe I said something, confirmation. Maybe I said something that ignited him, that made him angry. No. If you are not able to be your authentic self in front of your divine counterpart, say what you think, it means that he's not ready. You're not going to be able to maintain that relationship. And yes, it's true that you are also now coming from a place of wounding, right? Whatever you say, whatever you do, it's not coming from a place of divine, healed, authentic self. But you cannot be watching yourself for every word, for everything you do, everything you say. No, you have the right to be yourself. If someone is triggered, it is on them, my love. It is on them. We have telepathic. Random thoughts, intensive feelings brought about by your twin. Notice patterns, images, or numbers in your day-to-day life that remind you of your person. So maybe you will really feel in the next cycles telepathically connected. You are mirroring each other, so you will be going through the same emotion. So try to really not avoid anything, really sit in that emotion, really analyze every emotion. You will be very connected. Maybe you'll be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities, his name everywhere. It's like this spiritual stalking kind of energy. What else? Spiritual practices, that's confirmation. That's beautiful. Remember what we said? It's the door is opening for you. You are being invited by the divine to introduce this journey and that spiritual part of this journey on a daily basis, right? So becoming aware of intuition, guides, meditating, releasing self-limiting beliefs, working on inner healing, issues with codependency. So however, I am healing myself through meditation and spiritual practices. It's the only way I can make myself whole. So whatever you feel guided to, whether it's starting to regularly work with a healer, with a shadow worker, starting to meditate, starting to talk to your guides. It's a beautiful, talk to your guides. They're with you. They're around you. Ask them things. Whatever is it that you're being guided to, do it. The spiritual practice is opening up to you. We have 48, 56, 25. Let's do a few more. Whatever time allows. Charismatic Casanova. Fear of commitment, of being hurt, emotional, avoidant, detachment style, fond of many lovers, has many love affairs. Maybe this is your fear. I just heard that maybe this is why you chase. Maybe you subconsciously feel that, you know, your masculine has more options, whether that's karmic or maybe he's a very attractive person. Maybe he has that kind of Casanova energy, right? He likes attention of the ladies. Again, it's always coming from a place of wounding. Maybe that's why you have more, it's like you want to win, like you want to fight through the competition. Don't. Men is not something that we win. They're not a prize. Girl. Summer, June 21st, August 5th. So maybe that's a significant date for your connection. We have time for one more. We're a prize. In our divine power. Oh, damn it. Winter. I want one more that means something. February 7th, March 19, which is now. This is your window to shift. It's important. One more. Don't give me that date BS. We don't need that. Deceit. Wearing a mask. Number 79. Actions does not match their words. Living in a lie, won't even admit to it. Pretend their feelings for you does not exist, and dismissive. So we know already he is in denial. But what I get from this card is that whether you know it or not, it's something that, you know, us feminines, we run away from and we don't accept it. You are wearing a mask as well. And that's with that first card. Remember what we said? That you were thinking whether I hurt you, whether I this or that. You're wearing a mask to please him, not to trigger him, not to upset him, not to make him run away again. Don't. Be yourself. Say what you say. Yes, the form, as we say, it matters. But discover your authentic self. That's your next step on your journey, your true authentic self.